All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Chat It Up. I am going to lead us off, leadoff hitter, Malcolm Miggy Harris. And before we get started, I've always wanted to do this solo. Joseph, give me that theme music. All right, y'all. Welcome again to Chat It Up Sports. It's your boy Miggy. And to my immediate left, you're right, is going to be the man with the plan, the one-man band, my guy, Mr. Greg Arnold. What's up, G?
Mig, it's good to be back on 7. It's good to be in the studio. It's good to be in the foundation and hanging out with you boys. And it's been a while. We had a nice hang before this, too. Just kind of throwing the football around, guys being dudes. It was great.
It's awesome, man. Dudes being dudes. And the dude to his left, Mr. CEO, Mr. Presidente, El Capitán. It's my guy, the one and only Chase Treen Green. What's up, CJ?
What's up,
CG?
baby? How's it going? How's it going, boys?
Try not to damage the merchandise.
okay.
Yeah, back from KC,
Cool
back
property.
from a wedding weekend.
It was good?
It was great. It was my first weekend away from Gracie. So,
Ooh,
How did you feel? Walk us through
parents' weekend out. We were like, maybe we should get some sleep this weekend. Did not. Packed it in.
Negative.
Packed it in. The body is recuperating. Actually got great sleep last night. So we're kind of back, but
There you
also when you're 2 days in just party mode, it's not easy.
Had to be nice, though, just to sort of like you and the wife, just to let your hair down a little bit and be adults without a kid.
It was very nice. I'll say this too. We did the old man and old lady thing where we got 2 queen beds. It was an accident, but we got 2 queen beds and we look over each other's like, we're starfishing this bad boy. Aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, yep.
yeah.
And so we had
Nothing
room
wrong with
service.
that.
Yeah, the first night wasn't too bad. We got back at like 11 o'clock. No obligations that next morning and just kind of hung out. And to be honest, I know this sounds crazy, but just to lay in your bed and scroll on your phone, knowing you don't have to be up for anything was a wonderful feeling.
Ooh.
We got room service. I don't know if you guys have ever had shrimp and grits at 11 o'clock at night before you went to bed.
No.
Not the greatest thing in
I
the
was
world.
going to say.
Boy.
Yeah,
that's not the
tough
meal I want
go.
before I go to sleep after
But
drinking.
yeah, good stuff. Hotels. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done the hotel life, and it was wonderful. We've been like an Airbnb family for a long time.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
So
I've been
now
living out of hotels for like the last couple weeks.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
It is.
You're like, oh yeah, I don't have to make this bed.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's not getting made up.
I don't have to. What are all the Airbnb rules? You know, you got to load the dishwasher and all that crap.
Take out
Get
the trash.
F that.
Yeah, I'm like,
No, you take it out.
I'm paying a
So you
$300
come to
cleaning
my
fee.
room.
What is this cleaning fee for?
It's your job.
Yeah, come on, dog.
Do you guys hate whenever you're like traveling with somebody else? Like if they're like, hey, I don't want anybody to come clean the room. Like, because they're just weird about people being around like their personal possessions. Have you guys ever traveled with somebody like that?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and they were kind of a messy person.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
and I did not like. I was like, if you're gonna be that person, at least be relatively tidy. Like we're dudes. I get it. Like, you know, I'm not perfect, but don't be gross.
Like make a trash corner.
yeah.
You know, like everybody has a trash corner in a hotel. It's like just have some common sense and some decency.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're not using the garbage cans?
I'm just saying once they overflow, because you have pizza boxes.
Oh yeah, we had.
Okay, I got what
You
you're
know,
saying.
you
I got
see what I'm
you're
saying.
Yeah, the room service came in a bag. That was our trash bag. this
There you
week.
go.
Yeah,
Because you got some common sense.
Yeah.
sometimes common sense ain't so common though.
Sometimes it's not with certain people. Certain folks, it's not so common. Unfortunately.
It was yeah, hotel life. I do it again. Shout out to the Lowe's Hotel. That was the nicest hotel I've ever stayed in. Full on gym. They had a saltwater lap pool in there. Bougie AF this weekend,
The
boys.
fuck?
Signal.
Yeah.
Dang.
They actually had room service that got to you when they
This
in the
man's
20
living a
minutes.
different lifestyle now, moving up the
Different,
signal.
different life now,
Damn.
boys. Me and Stevie Aoki stayed in the same hotel this week.
That's pretty sick.
Man, you talking about me with some Saratoga water, man. I can't recognize who I'm looking at, man.
Exactly. Once you Valley boys understand this lifestyle.
I don't understand much about it. I'm living out of like Hampton Inns, and I have to get like a humidifier so I'm not like coughing up a lung and stuffy in the hotel rooms. Like these last 2 years when I've traveled for softball, I feel like when I've gone on the road, I've been like so sick and I couldn't understand it. I got a humidifier, had the managers go pick me up a humidifier, changed the game. I felt much better.
I don't even want to know what those filters are like in there.
Terrible, you got to keep it like super cold and you get all dried out. It was just, I felt like I had a real old man moment. Everybody was making fun of me.
But it's so worth it.
I needed it. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to be sick for the entire trip. This sucks.
Yeah.
So like you just put the humidifier up and instantly.
Yeah. I mean, the next morning I woke up, I was feeling much better.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. It's
great,
nice,
dude. That's nice.
Great.
I'm a cold AC guy.
Yeah, same. I would put that shit down to like 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in a hotel.
Yeah,
room.
we were cranking it down. There's no more thinking about this might cost us $20 today. You're always thinking about the temp. You're like, God,
I don't think about that. I'll pay it. I need it cold when I sleep.
Oh man, it was wonderful. Just crank that bad boy down. Also, I did forget how many pillows come in hotel rooms. Mm-hmm. I'm just like suffocating myself in pillows. You're like, when did I get another one?
It's like a cloud. Just keep finding. Like you said, starfishing in the cloud.
It was great, dude. It was great.
I assume those hotels didn't come with the short pillows.
Oh, these were short pillows.
They were short pillows. Okay. I hate the short pillow. Give me a nice, full size pillow. Yeah. It's like a regular. I don't even need it that long. Just give me a regular size.
Just regular size. Yeah, these were shorter. They were nice. Mm-hmm. I've had a better hotel pillow experience, but these weren't bad,
Yeah.
Those short pillows, I feel like you turn over and you're like off the pillow.
For sure.
You know?
Now imagine me with my head.
Can't do that.
Like, man, I'm gone. I'll soon.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm like a bowling ball.
Those neck issues.
That's why I gotta have extra support.
I always bring my own pillow when I go to hotels.
That's smart.
I do. I bring 2 pillows on the road with me. It's when I'm in the bus.
Really?
Yeah. I leave one on the bus and then I bring my the one I usually sleep with in the hotel with me.
Good call.
It's a bamboo pillow.
That's a good call.
Bougie.
Yeah. No, it's
buckwheat pillow and a bamboo pillow. I'm freaking bougie.
Dude, bamboo
when it comes to pillows.
Never had a buckwheat.
It's interesting. At first I loved it, and now sometimes if I use it too much, it doesn't sit well with the neck, and I got to go back to the bamboo. So I've been mostly sticking with the bamboo.
My bamboo, I feel like mine's it's like a little too. It's too large sometimes. You're like, I don't know if I need this much cushion tonight. So, but it's been fun.
I got my pillows imported, man, from China. It was cool. Wally Mart. It was just different.
Yeah, it's just
being able to
just to go down to a local Wally Mart. It's classy, dog. Keep it classy.
Got to
always. Meg is the epitome of class.
We love being classy here on Chatted Up Sports.
Yeah. The Foundation North needs good pillows. You should think about it.
Gotta have rest, man.
Mm-hmm. Need that rest.
You know,
CG, you know way too much about that now.
Need that.
You gotta have rest.
Gotta have rest.
You know who's resting well tonight?
Nico Harrison
and Dallas Mavericks Nation.
Yeah.
The fans needed it. Nico did not deserve this.
No, he did not.
He got bailed out. Let's just talk about it.
Hard, dude.
Hard. Like, honestly, this bought him his job.
Saved him his job.
Like, straight up, this bought him an additional 2 years as the GM of the Mavs.
Minimum.
So now you get Cooper Flagg, and you kind of try to rebuild with AD and Kyrie and see what's there. And
you got Max Christie, you got Gafford, you got Lively.
I don't know. I don't know what Clay is, but if he's your 4th best player, it's not bad.
And Clay, I forgot.
You got Clay on the
contract. Old man Clay, just sit in the corner, big dog, and just shoot.
That is it.
That's it. Just sit in the corner.
Play
and shoot.
A little defense every once in a while.
A little bit, yeah, as much as you can with your prepared knees.
If Kyrie comes back and he's half of what he was, I think the Dallas Mavs are going to be a top 4 seed.
They're so good. Like when he's on, that's
and AD, he's got to. AD's some way somehow got to stay healthy.
You got to tell me Kyrie and AD got to stay healthy.
Yeah, that's a tall ask. So I don't know if they'll be a top 4 seed, but they will. I think they'll get into the 6, 7, 8 range.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be a play-in team next year.
No way. I mean, on paper right now, to me, they look better than what the Lakers have to offer.
On paper, yes.
Today.
On paper.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for the Mavericks, the game's not played on paper.
Yeah.
Coop's really going to have to be good next year for them to be in that top 5 range.
Yeah.
I think from a hype standpoint, it was LeBron is unmatched. Number 1. Right?
Yeah.
Zion is 2. The hype coming in for Zion.
The hype for Zion was unreal.
I can remember I was in Louisiana when he was drafted by the Pelicans, and like that was crazy.
Yeah.
They were so excited about Zion.
Yeah.
And now look at him.
I mean, he's going to be a New York Knick sooner rather than later.
I'll take the reclamation project, I guess.
Yeah. And then
that's pretty good reclamation.
3 is going to be Cooper Flagg.
You think so?
Yeah. With Luka leaving, you filling those shoes, you having to come in and instantly be a game changer for this franchise.
I would almost say Wemby, but people just didn't know about him.
Yeah.
Like, unless you watched basketball, you didn't know about Wemby. Like, Cooper became a household name this year. Like, a lot of people knew who Cooper Flagg was.
For sure.
And it's just because he's from here. Like, and then you saw the freak show that is Wemby play on the night of the draft. I remember seeing a lot of people being like, wait, this is the guy you guys were talking about? He's real? Like, yeah, dude, that 7'5" guy that moves like a cat.
Yeah.
And is going to be blocking everything, dunking on everybody, can shoot from range. Yeah. He's going to be one of the greatest players of all time. You can already know it.
And speaking of that, the Spurs got the 2nd overall pick.
Yeah. One of the Rutgers guys probably going there.
God, they did that for Pop. I fully believe that the draft is rigged in some way, shape, or form. I fully believe it.
This confirms it for me because I've always wondered about like their formulas and stuff. I was just talking to a buddy of mine, and she was literally like, bro, like, I don't know how this keeps happening. And I was like, I don't know either because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, because it's just like perfect storylines keep coming out of this. The New Orleans Pelicans won, like maybe a little off, but this year,
Well, they needed it. Like they just they lost AD.
Yeah.
Like it was like, all right, well, we need New Orleans to sort of stay relevant. So they'll get the number 1 overall pick. They'll get Zion. Back in the day when the Knicks needed to be relevant again, they got the number 1 overall pick, got Patrick Ewing. You know, like there's just
the Cavs getting LeBron.
Yeah,
Cavs
exactly.
getting it whenever he left.
Like, it just the storylines are too good at this point.
Yeah,
you know?
It doesn't have to be forever. You're not going to give the big market teams that every time, but the Mavericks thing, come on, man. You let Luka get away, and all of a sudden, 1.1% happens for Nico. You need that. That fan base is about to riot. But how funny would it be if he traded away?
They're saying the Spurs might trade away the number 2 overall pick to go get a guy like Giannis.
You do it in a heartbeat.
Yes.
I still think that Giannis is in play for the Bucks when it comes to like shipping him to the Mavericks. I think they would do that in a heartbeat.
For the number 2 overall pick?
For the number 1 overall pick.
Oh, it's in Mavericks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would do that.
I would do it too. Just be like, you know what, Giannis, you can go, but I'm getting Cooper back.
I would do that. I know the longevity part of it, but Cooper's ceiling is nowhere near as high as Giannis.
No, but I think if you put him in Dallas, I mean, that's a lot going on. Giannis and AD sharing the floor. That's a lot happening. But AD would honestly be kind of pissed because, like,
maybe
AD can shoot.
AD's been so good about playing with guys. Like, he was so good with LeBron.
Yeah.
The best what if for me was that Pelicans team with him and DeMarcus Cousins.
It was crazy.
And Drew.
It was crazy.
That was an unstoppable
Rondo. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
That stupid out of bounds dive DeMarcus made. It was the weirdest little play, and you're like, dadgummit. They were unguardable for those two rounds, man. And I was like, so I think AD is kind of the perfect guy to do that. And he knows, like, he's seeing it now. I need another force.
Yeah.
Defensively, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. Like that, it would get scary for some teams.
I don't know what's scary, him and Wemby or him and AD.
I would say him and Wemby.
Giannis.
I would say him and Wemby, honestly.
Oh my god.
Well, because now Wemby can actually shoot for real. Like for real. Like Wemby is a really good 3-point shooter. He's just when he's off, you can tell the first 3 minutes if Wemby's gonna have a bad night.
And he's a better defensive player than AD.
Yeah.
Just because he's so freaking tall.
So you put them together.
AD's awesome. Like AD is a great defender. But Wemby just takes it to another level where this dude is probably going to be, when it's all said and done, if he's able to stay healthy, knock on wood, we could be talking about him as being one of the most dominant defensive big men we've ever seen in this game.
Facts. That's terrifying to think about. If
Yeah.
that goes down, I don't know what they'd trade the number 2. They'd have to give up something else. But man, because I guess you could give up. They have 14 too, right? What was that, Joseph? They got 14 as well.
Spurs, yeah, they have number 14 as well. Jeez.
So you give up 2 and 14, and then next year's first for Giannis.
Would you have to give up that much? You think you'd have to give up 2 and 14?
Yeah.
You know who I think is going to be very active for the likes of Cooper Flagg? The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oof. They
cannot keep this current team together. And if they lose to Denver, which very well could happen.
That's an ugly series so far.
It's abysmal watch. I hate it. I can't stand it. You're going to have to break that team up. Like, you can't pay everybody.
No.
And they have all these picks. They're going to have to force some stuff out of Pressie's hands. So I think they get aggressive and be like, all right, we want a king's ransom for Cooper. What do you want outside of SGA? Everything else can go.
Yeah, because you're realizing Jalen just is not a true 2 yet.
No. So you got to trade him while he's hot.
Chet's not
that.
Nope.
Bunch of good guys, but
really good guys. But
like 3s and 4s.
Like Hartenstein became a, all right factor.
Him.
Yeah, like he's just.
I miss him in New York.
You don't like Mitchell Robinson, bro?
I like Mitch Rob. He's definitely a fan favorite, but Hartenstein he was grit and toughness, and he stayed healthier, and
he was a good passer.
Yeah, good passer, great rebounder
cold,
too.
Bro.
Yeah, he's good. He just had good. Personally, just like a good white boy, big man that just like has some grit and toughness to him.
So did y'all know? I'm pretty sure he's black.
He says he's black.
Hartenstein?
Yes, bro.
Really?
Yes, bro.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a brother you talking about.
Dang.
He light skinned, man. He got a little skin pigment. It's like you, baby. You know.
That's right. You already know.
Yeah. I'm looking.
Look it up.
But nah, man. I think OKC is gonna get involved because the series is showing me like they
that would
need
be
more,
interesting.
And they got the draft capital to do it better than anybody.
That would add a lot of depth to Dallas.
Yeah, there's one team that this Luka trade has really to me, there's going to be some aggressive teams this summer. I think Memphis is going to be another one that's going to be very aggressive.
They need to do something with that group because I feel like they've just gone as far as they can go.
They're just underachieving, and it's like, what do we do? Jaren, you're going to have to stay. Ja, I don't know. But like Memphis, like if you do what they just did in Dallas to Memphis, you're not going to get those fans back.
You ain't going to get them back, dude. Isaiah's dad, Florian, is black.
Huh. How about that?
Florian is of African and German heritage.
Huh.
So
Florian is his name?
I'm
Florian.
I stand corrected.
All right. Yeah, no. Well, don't worry. It's he's always confused people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Yeah, because everybody's like, one of us. And you're like, nope. Actually, I'm not.
Actually, no,
I'm not. I can go to Harlem. Don't worry, I'm fine.
Oh, I'm good out here, baby.
Well, I guess Harlem now is different than I think what it used to be. I think it's pretty artsy now.
Like, a little bit.
Yeah. I think Harlem is like what Brooklyn used to be. Now Brooklyn's a bunch of rich folks.
Yeah. It's true.
All the artsy people.
A lot of money out there.
Yeah.
Williamsburg.
Fancy. I would love to see Giannis on either of the Texas teams. Dallas would be the most fun because that brings him back into heavy contention. I'm interested to see what Cooper will be, but is he ever going to be Giannis on the Kumpo?
I think you ship him to Milwaukee to die, and I know that sucks to say, but it's very Andrew Wiggins like yo, this is a great prospect. And no disrespect to Andrew Wiggins, like awesome player.
Yeah.
Coming out, he was amazing from Kansas. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is the next one," and we see like it didn't happen. Like
he went to Cleveland, did he not?
Yeah,
and he just couldn't carry that franchise like LeBron
did. No, because he was shipped from Minnesota for the Kevin Love trade.
Yeah, that's right.
And Kevin Love was an instant contributor right then. I think you do it for Giannis.
Yeah,
I think you do it.
Yeah, because it's like the one guy. Him. I mean, Wemby's like untradeable.
Yeah, you're not.
But if anybody else, like that's I mean, Coop's gonna be really, really good. And he's a guy that has a motor, which doesn't come around in talent and motor to come together. That's tough, man. He's a two-way guy.
Great defender, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to shoot the ball. He can be your primary playmaker. But man, so is Giannis. It's just a better version, taller. That's it. It's gonna be so tough. They're gonna get some phone calls this week.
I mean, if you're Giannis, how many prime more years do you have?
He's 30.
So you got another 7. You got basically a whole max contract left of prime Giannis.
Yeah, because he's somebody that takes really good care of himself, competitor, therapy, that kind of stuff. Like he's somebody that's going to take good care. So you have another max contract.
The thing I worry about Giannis though is that he's not a shooter. Like LeBron was able to, kind of play a little away from the basket, be a shooter, and maybe he develops that. I don't know, but
maybe.
Vince Sanity was the same way. He developed into a shooter. I just don't know if Giannis has that in his game.
I don't either. He's going to have to, but it does seem like that is the one skill that all of a sudden guys just find in the offseason.
I hope so. I hope he does. I hope he becomes a little bit better of a shooter.
Blake Griffin was like that. Y'all remember Detroit Pistons Blake Griffin?
Yeah.
How he was just LeBron James 2.0?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, he was. Funny. He really, like when he was at Detroit, he was like, man, I'm going to have my nights. And then my knees are going to bother me, and I'm not going to have my night.
Load management night.
Yeah, he'd have 48, and then the next night he'd have 4.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was truly crazy.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, did you guys hear the viral stuff going around about James Harden last week?
No.
About how many games he has less than 4 field goals in the playoffs?
Really? No.
Okay.
How much is it?
So LeBron James has 5 total.
Bless you, bro.
Games he's had under 4 field goals made in the playoffs. That's only 5
in his whole career.
Career.
I'm honestly surprised it's been that many.
There's a lot of famous people were under 5. You'd be like, oh wow, okay. That's pretty impressive. I think Kobe only had like 3, and a couple other guys only had like 2 or 3, and then all these famous people, and then it goes to James Harden. And it was 55.
Nah, you're not for real, bro.
55 games with less than what? 4 or 5 field goals?
4 field goals.
Dang, would have disappear in a big moment. Shoot.
Yeah. Now everybody's like, well, a lot of those were OKC. No, that you can't give me that.
No,
he had a lot though with Houston and Clippers.
No, a lot of that was with Houston, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, was he in the Clippers?
He was this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like,
you're not crazy.
I was like,
he was a member of the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
He was a member
I was thinking
of
Houston though. You're that's what I was thinking about.
Philadelphia,
because he had a lot of games where he disappeared in the postseason.
Isn't that crazy?
He struggled. That's insane.
Yeah, I knew it was bad, and a lot of these times I feel like people get bad narratives, and it's like you look at their stats, and it's like, well, it's not that really that bad. Because I feel like Tatum's one of those guys that's going to get ridiculed for how bad he was in the playoffs. And it's like he's only had like 3 games. He's been under 20 points, So something like that's kind of what I was looking for. They're like 55. And I think somebody even said without the years in OKC coming off the bench, he was still in the high 30s.
He's still a Hall of Famer, though, no?
Yeah.
Is James Harden, is his legacy better than Manu's all time?
No.
Not even close?
I think Manu, just because he's on a winner.
On the championship, he was a winner. I think people would remember him more fondly than a guy like James Harden.
Okay, what about Ray Allen?
Infamous shots, man. Championship winner.
Big moments.
But
it's crazy. Like Manu averaged 13.5 points per game in his career.
I know.
3.5 rebounds, 4 assists.
Just the 6-man.
Insane.
Just your 6-man guy.
He's a Hall of Famer. 2-time All-Star. That's it. 2-time All-NBA.
That's it.
1-time 6th Man of the Year award.
And James has so many more.
4-time NBA champion.
Yo, James Harden is amazing. And I know that stat you just said. I'm just looking at it, man. This is wild.
3-time scoring champ. 6th Man of the Year. NBA 75th anniversary team. MVP.
At times, like the most unguardable guy.
Yes, 100%. He's a Hall of Famer.
Just no dubs.
Just no championships.
I mean, I think he needs to start ring chasing for real now. Like for real.
I mean, he tried to, but shoot, the Clippers just find a way to fall apart all the time.
No, but like I'm ring chasing as like off the bench guy. Like, yo, I'm not a starter anymore. I don't want starter minutes.
I don't know if he has that in him. I don't know if he's the guy that's like, I can go do that. I think he's always going to be like, I'd rather go back to Houston and make a bunch of cash, be the guy. If I win, cool. Not, whatever. It's what it feels like. I mean, everybody wants to win, but
yeah,
I don't think his is a must win at all costs, I'll move mountains type guy.
Have you guys really been watching basketball like this postseason?
Here in the last 2 rounds,
as much as I have with my schedule.
So what's up? I need y'all to help me out because y'all remember when we were, in our prime, that just Golden State, how they used to just, you look up and it was 15-6 Golden State. Then you look up, it's 20-13. Then you look up and it's 75-42. OKC is doing that to folks, but they're not shooting threes. Like, what is, when y'all are watching OKC play, like, how do these avalanches happen? Like these runs? Is it just great defense and just foul? Like,
a lot of it is how good SGA is getting the line. And a lot of it is how fast they play.
Yeah.
Like they turn into that secondary break and you just watch these guys cook. Because, I mean, Jalen caught fire the other night. You had 32.
Yeah.
Like they have nights where you're just like, holy crap, they have so many really good guys.
Yeah.
And, outside of SGA, there's not a lot of great. You don't feel like Jalen's a 2 all the time. But, dude, they can just cook some nights.
Yeah, man.
It's so fun.
Yeah. How about, what was it, Indiana getting out to like a 41-point lead over the Cavs the other night?
Mm-hmm.
Holy.
Indiana's another one, dude.
Bro.
The Cavs are just fumbling the bag right now.
They are hurt, and they're playing hurt, and you can tell. They just don't look on the same page.
Yeah.
And I knew this was going to happen, but Donovan Mitchell can't be the hero. Like, he's giving y'all 100+ points in this series through 3 games. Like, bruh, somebody else is going to have to do something. I think it's too late. I think they're mentally gone.
Yeah, you saw him bounce back the other night, and you're like, oh, man, this is going to be pretty good. And you're like, but Mitchell had back-to-back 40+ point games. That man has got to be exhausted.
Yeah, bro.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
Pacers just put it on you, though. They'll score in a hurry.
Yeah, and hound you defensively, it's tough.
Yeah, and they're like the nitpicky guys. You're like,
yeah,
you're not gonna
like
play
TJ McConnell. I gotta
this guy. Like, you can beat him every once in a while, but he's also like gonna pick your pocket one time. You're like, that guy's stupid.
He's gonna pick you up full court, like just be annoying.
Yeah. Like, dude, just go. Like, we're just wasting 5 seconds here. Stop.
Just pick me up at half court, would you?
Yeah.
Come on.
They just always had Nembhard's the same way.
Yeah.
Like, they're just pesky and annoying. Like the try hard team at the pickup game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen here, loser. I get it.
And then Obi Toppin wants to come in and do like a 360 dunk.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro.
And you finally get a switch, and it's Pascal Siakam.
Like, come on. Like,
this
that was a great pickup for them.
Yeah, it's like this pterodactyl is going to guard me now. I got that little parasite of TJ McConnell off me, and then I got this guy.
bro.
It's tough, dude. And then also, I love Tyrese has stepped up and been clutch. It's so much fun. Like, this has been a pretty good playoffs. I tried to stay up and the other night and watch the end of the OKC Denver game on Friday night. We just didn't make it. First night in the hotel, we got to overtime. I was really hoping I really was hoping Joker would make that fadeaway 3 in the game.
And in regulation?
Yeah, and then it was
like, go to sleep.
Hannah goes, ready to turn that TV off? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. I guess so. So I couldn't make it, but we tried. We really did. We really did. I just couldn't hang. Dang.
Right.
OT West Coast. Whew, buddy, it's tough.
That's a recipe for disaster, bro.
That's the only thing I don't love about being on the East.
I can't stand it. I would love to be West Coast down to like personally like eat like brunch while watching football. Mm-hmm. I think that would be so cool.
I would love that.
I'd love that.
I love whenever we get the 9 o'clock, European games.
Oh, yeah.
Best, dude.
Oh, for your boy who sleeps late, I basically get up and it's brunch time.
And it's brunch while
the game is going on.
You're like, oh,
I'm good. It would be way too early if we had football at 9 o'clock. That would be, for me, exactly, at least. But
you got to get your Z.
Different lifestyles,
Different lifestyles.
Working late at night. And,
yeah, we definitely have different work schedules here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just Atlanta Hawks got the 13th pick. we're destined for more mediocrity. Of course, we get the number one pick in between two franchises.
2 generational talents.
Yeah.
It's all
Zachary
right.
Reese-Shea, really solid player. He's going to be a good two-way guy. He's going to be a great role player for a long time. And then somebody's going to get Cooper Flagg, and they got Wemby the year before.
Yeah.
Insane.
Gummit.
And then Ant, like a couple more years.
Oh, yeah. Let's not forget about that one.
Yeah.
We just got Trae Young out there getting us buckets, getting to the playing
Trey
games.
buckets.
Shout out to Ice Trae, man.
Ice Trey.
Ice Trae's not the issue, man. As we see potentially the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, if we're looking at the camera, we're watching this Knicks.
Is that
Celtics
Michael
game live.
Bridges?
We
He
won't
is
talk
really
about
Oh.
diabolical for doing that. No way.
it. I want Brunson to do so well. I kind of want that.
Oh, my
I appreciate
goodness.
it. I appreciate that.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I'm
goodness.
not gonna lie to you. We were talking about it the other day. Like, I just don't like. I'm kind of tired of Boston. Like, they got their ship, but I still just don't like watching them that much, to be honest. And you know what? I don't have a team in it, so we're always kind of cheering for you now. You're the one that's got a squad left.
Yeah, I'll
I
be real.
appreciate it,
I'll be real.
boys.
Yeah.
I'm backing
Wow.
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really a guy that cheers for my friend's teams to lose. Yeah, it's not.
That's a
yeah.
good friend right there.
Yeah,
Like if I can't have glory, you should.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We want
You
to
should-
keep a ride going.
Yeah, and as long as it's not the Braves or the Knicks or the Mets, like I root for the Titans, the Falcons.
Yeah.
I know Jamarius wouldn't like me very much, but
What
F
he
that
says
guy.
doesn't go, right? Like he does. He has no authority in here. This is our
no,
domain.
exactly.
He's
yeah.
in Washington.
Like
or
that.
something.
Like he's side quest dude of the year.
Yeah.
He was like, Chase is gonna love the white boy shit that I'm doing up to this.
Oh yeah, dude. I was like,
this week.
I was like sick train post of Mount Rainier. You know, I was like, nice. You're gonna start your Instagram influencer. Hey, this is Jamarius. You
Bro.
can use my code JM.
I love that man so much because he can have a catfish plate while doing that. And
I know.
like it's truly.
Go
I've
back
never
and
seen
forth.
anything like it, bro.
Boy moves like water.
Just
Boy can go anywhere.
You sure can.
Oh, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching all of his. Happy birthday, Jamarius. By the way.
Yeah, happy birthday,
happy birthday,
Jane.
bro.
I was watching his Instagram story and just the different kinds of people that post about him. I was like, is that lady in a metal band? And then it's like some rapper. I was like, this guy is
Yeah.
just so versatile. So versatile, bro.
I'm never gonna give him props on this
I know you
platform. I can't do
I know
it.
you can't do it.
I
You
can't do it. That guy's a scumbag.
Yeah.
That's your scumbag.
Yeah,
That's your scumbag.
it
though.
is. It is.
All right. Speaking of the draft, I pulled up Instagram and I'm looking at this stat and I had to throw it up there. It's most spots jumped by a lottery winner based on pre-lottery position.
Okay.
2008, the Chicago Bulls jumped 8 spots.
Okay.
What was that? Derek?
That was
that
Derrick
Derrick
Rose.
Rose?
That was D Rose, bro.
Oh, that was perfect. Yeah. Chicago.
That's
Derrick
another
Rose.
storyline.
Yep.
2014, the Cleveland Cavs jumped 8 spots to get Wiggins.
They got
I believe.
Wiggins. Yeah,
Was that Wiggins?
yeah. And guess who just left? Wasn't that Braun? Nah, because Braun left in 2011, right?
Well, they had to suck for a couple
Wasn't
years,
that Anthony
right?
Bennett, man?
That was Anthony Bennett.
Oh shit,
That was
Ugh.
Anthony
that
Bennett.
was gross. Was he a
God.
Georgia boy? Where did he play?
UNLV.
UNLV. I knew it was something red.
Did he ever play a minute in the NBA?
Yeah, I think he did. Did
Did
he?
he?
I don't know,
We might
bro.
have to IT that one.
Joseph, can you look up? Did Anthony Bennett? How long did he play? In
Sorry
the
to
NBA?
disrespect you like that, Joseph. I didn't mean to throw your Bulldogs under the bus and say you had that bus like.
Georgia's been real bad at basketball for a long time.
They
Until we got
had
Ant.
Anthony Edwards.
Until we got Ant.
They had Ant.
Like from there, it's kind of ticked up. We're still not great, but
Yeah.
we're trending in the right direction.
You made
That's
the
right.
tournament.
He
big
played
dog.
4 seasons in the NBA.
I thought so. I thought he was there for.
No, I didn't know if he ever did.
4.4 points a game.
Gross.
Considered
Yikes.
the worst number 1 pick in league history.
Facts.
Uh-huh.
Never understood it.
Cavs, Timberwolves, Raptors, and then just fills it out. And now he is at Chatted Up Sports.
I wish
He
That'd
couldn't
be
even
cool.
make this team.
Oh,
Yikes.
that's tough. Then there was the 2024 Atlanta Hawks jumped up 9 spots.
For Zachary Reese.
Yep. And then 93, the Orlando Magic jumped up 10 spots. Was that
Shaq Diesel.
was that Shaq
That
Daddy?
was Shaq Daddy. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Cat Daddy on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
acting the
watched-
fool.
We just watched this and 1-3 right here.
Oh,
Acting the
Would've been.
fool.
That'd be
Nah, that's
sick.
an N1. They counted it.
No,
Didn't
they
count
didn't. No, they didn't count it.
Oh,
It's
dang.
definitely should have counted.
And then the 2025 Dallas Mavericks also jumped up 10 spots.
I mean, it's clear what's happening.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like
the lottery's rigged.
It's
dude.
rigged. Like next year, like I could see it being like a.
I think they rigged it for us last year. The Atlanta Hawks. They were like, "We'll give y'all something."
God,
Like, yeah, we're tired of you guys complaining, so we're gonna give y'all number 1 pick.
Low key, and it wasn't a
saying?
draft that was like nobody would suspect anything.
No,
It's like, you know what? Fine, you never had it here.
the biggest storyline was this 2nd round pick named Bronny James.
Yeah,
that's right.
I was thinking, like, I don't remember anything about last year. Like,
No,
there was nothing fun. Nothing fun.
have drafts lost their luster to you guys?
No, not this year. I thought the Coop thing was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on the year. It depends on the class and all that.
Like I'm just saying, as a whole, like I remember as a kid being so excited about draft night, and now it's like I'm not necessarily.
Honestly, I'm more excited about the NFL draft now that I'm an adult than I was as a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't really care as much about. I did love, like, I think the NBA stuff more when I was a kid.
Yeah,
But
I could agree with that. Yeah.
like the All-Star game, I loved much more as a kid. The draft, I think I was much more into as a kid. But the NFL draft, I've gotten way more into since I'm more into college football now. Like coming out, like I knew the bigger players
for sure,
and that was really it. And I paid attention to what the Packers did, and that was really that. But now y'all got me into college football. I'm a pseudo Southern boy now.
It's a great sport, isn't it?
It's not better than the NFL, but it's pretty darn good, in my opinion.
Teach their
Again, that's somebody who grew up in the Northeast.
It's very different.
It is. It's very different. I've gotten a much more better appreciation for college sports in general, being in the South.
It is so funny, like how that's the difference. Like how the South loves college sports. And listen, there's always people that like love, they're gonna love Illinois football.
Of course,
there's niches.
Yeah, and it's just like in the Northeast, like where I was from, like UConn basketball was huge. Like college basketball was huge. Like you had the Knicks, obviously, but you also had any of the Celtics if you're in Boston, but you had UConn basketball, women and men who were both dominating at the time. So like when I was growing up, it was so big. It was so big.
The Johnnies, like there was a time where the Big East basketball was probably the biggest conference.
Oh yeah,
I'd say like of an era that was probably the biggest conference of all time.
That was fun.
Yeah, like this SEC was the best maybe ever, but I mean, it never mounts up to like how passionate people were and how many like legends came out of that Big East in basketball. Dude, this is crazy.
Sorry if I look a little distracted.
Listen, into the 3rd quarter right now. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
I have no idea. This is a live watch.
This is. So Feel Good Friday. Hoping the Knicks keep this 3rd quarter lead.
I think they will.
I hope so.
I think they will.
Tatum shooting fadeaway threes. 9 seconds left, of course.
All right, let's. Y'all have anything else on the NBA, or do you want to get into our question of the night?
We can do our question
last
of the
thing.
night.
Let's hope Ace Bailey goes somewhere cool.
What's the draft order? One more time.
You've got Mavericks, Spurs, Sixers, Hornets, Jazz. I mean, those two teams had the best lottery odds, and they just got absolutely shafted.
Mm-hmm.
The Wizards as well at 6, Pelicans at 7, the Brooklyn Nets at 8, the Toronto Raptors at 9, Houston Rockets at 10, Trailblazers at 11, Bulls 12, Hawks 13, and Spurs again to round it out at 14.
Bro, if I'm Ace Bailey, I might go back to school, man.
Rutgers is gonna be way more fun.
Honestly,
than
bro.
Utah,
Honestly, like I can't go to Utah.
Dang. Rutgers had 2 top picks.
Yeah.
Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. Well, I mean, what if he ends up in Philadelphia?
That's a nice little situation.
That's not bad.
Yeah, if you're Ace.
Tyrese Maxey and Ace Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great backcourt.
And
but like
banged up Joel.
Joel's going to be a Laker.
He's another interesting one this offseason.
Joel Embiid, they're going to shed that contract, and they're going to give him to the Lakers.
Shed his contract. I guess you got to keep Paul George.
You've got to keep Paul George. You are done. You are in it
with Paul George.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Maxey. I don't know. Like, I guess
you
I don't
got
know if Ace,
Jared. I mean,
maybe you get Ace and hope Paul teaches him something. You need, I don't know how to justify that. I mean, I guess you either go him, the Baylor kid, Trey from Texas. Like
There's no bandage that will fit. That's what I'm saying. Like all this draft capital BS is about to fly out of the window for current players.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, like you remember when people were overpaying for like Mikal Bridges, which maybe wasn't an overpay, as we are seeing right now.
Yeah.
That's what 4 or 5 first-round picks that they gave up for Mikal.
I don't even remember.
It was like a haul.
It was a lot. I'd have to go back.
But now we're seeing like, okay, maybe you have to pay. That's what I'm saying. Like OKC is not just going to sit back and just chill.
It's very similar to how like the transfer portal is to college football. Like, oh, we don't, these young developing players, like it's just taking forever. But the Houston Rockets are like, hey, look what we did,
Yeah.
But if you want to win now, I don't know where the heck Philly is, even with Embiid. Like, where do you sit? Are you win now?
No. They need to blow that team up and just start like it was okay. Y'all were in purgatory. Y'all did y'all's thing. Y'all hit on Embiid. You hit on Ben Simmons. Hit a wall.
Did you hit on Ben Simmons?
For a while until the Hawks broke him.
First 3 years, Ben Simmons was LeBron coming out.
Dude, he was on his way. You were like, and then the Hawks broke him.
He was
broke him, dude.
Good, bro. Ben Simmons was so freaking good.
Yep.
I don't know how somebody just stops playing basketball like
Is he
that.
still in the league somewhere?
He plays with the Clippers, bro.
Yeah.
He's on the Clippers right now?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Trying hard.
Had no idea.
And
role player.
He's a role player, and it breaks my heart.
I mean, that guy was that guy had a chance to win like Defensive Player of the Year. That guy was
MVP type talent.
Just couldn't shoot.
Just couldn't shoot. And then free throws got him.
I just don't understand, man, how you get to that level.
13, 7, and 7 is his career averages.
That's pretty good.
I'm in love with those type of guys.
With a 59% free throw percentage.
Gross.
Yeah, that's not it.
Gross. I don't know. If you're Ace, I hope you go somewhere fun. I mean, lifestyle-wise, Philly's way better.
Oh, yeah. You're wanting to go to Philly. Charlotte would be nice if you want a family.
Yeah, if you're like, I'm ready to raise my family.
If you're like, you know what, hey, I'm going to take one of these little Charlotte mommies and
with LaMelo.
Yeah. I like cool brewery nights.
You know, hey, I like me an IPA and some pasta, man.
Yeah. Nothing like a little barbecue. Pretty good barbecue.
That's it.
But if you want fame,
make a little bag, have a little family. Oh, that's definitely a travel for sure.
Oh, yikes. Yeah. All right, Ace. Good luck out there.
Good luck out there,
Hopefully
man.
You can hop on Chat It Up Sports.
Or you're gonna be with what's his name? Walker Kessler out there in Utah, Applebee's, man.
Y'all got that hockey team coming though, bro.
Yeah, they do.
The Mammoth, baby.
The Mammoth.
Chat It Up Sports, bring it to you
like
first. The Mammoth.
All right, question of the night, fellas.
Let's hear it, man.
We're just gonna do one of these because we've talked a lot about the NBA and all that good stuff. Let's go. Most impactful free agent pickup of all time for your favorite teams. I've been thinking about this, marinating on a little bit. I've got a couple for the Packers, couple for the Mets, couple for the Knicks.
Most impactful free agent.
Most impactful free agent. If you want, I can jump us off here.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So the two that immediately come to my mind in my sort of time frame of being a Green Bay Packers fan, I'm going to start with football here because we've been talking a lot of basketball. I think the first one that came to my mind was the Minister of Defense, Reggie White.
Yeah.
Just changing the culture there on a defensive side of the football for the Green Bay Packers. And, look at his years in Green Bay, and he spent more time in Philly, but I would almost argue that he had more of an impact in Green Bay. And when I know he had 124 sacks in Philly. He had 2 seasons where he had 21 and 18 sacks for the Eagles. He was a better Eagle, but he won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers. And he, again, completely changed that defense. It was exactly what they needed at that time in 96. And that wasn't even his best year, but he blew it up in the playoffs and had a couple of huge sacks of Bledsoe and against the Patriots and really helped them win that Super Bowl in 96. That was my first one. The second one, I would say, would be also on the defensive side of the football. Again, a guy that was probably better in the place that he played most of his career. Can y'all guess who it was?
Oh man, I hate this guy, but yeah.
Yeah, I know you both do probably.
Yeah,
Charles Woodson.
I can't stand him.
C. Wood.
Yeah.
Spent 11 years in Oakland, but 7 in Green Bay. Won a Super Bowl with the Packers in 2010.
He was good there.
He was so freaking good with the Packers.
He was good there.
He, again, transformed that secondary. It was exactly what they needed. They had all the offense in the world, but bringing in him, pairing him with Clay Matthews, who was a draft pick, A.J. Hawk, some other guys in the secondary, it was a pretty lethal combination, and he really was that sort of emotional leader, especially after you got hurt in the Super Bowl run.
If I'm Jalen Ramsey, that's what I mirror my career after. It's like, all right, I've been at corner for a decade. I've been at the top of my position.
But he was still a cornerback in Green Bay.
He was, but he kind of hovered towards that safety spot too. It's like a hybrid.
He was like defensive player of the year in 2009.
Yeah, but I'm saying like from a ball hawk perspective, like as he got older, he kind of shifted back more and they drafted younger guys.
I mean, he had 9 interceptions. I mean, in total with the Packers.
No, he was amazing.
He had 38 interceptions with the Packers.
Yeah, I'm just saying like
he was more of a ball hawk with the Packers than he was ever with Oakland.
Well, Oakland sucked. He didn't get a lot of opportunities.
They were like, I'm going to throw to anybody else.
Yeah, like they're not throwing to that side.
Yeah.
So saying all that to say, I just think that trajectory of his career in Charles, like I think Ramsey should follow it. But nah, I love those picks for Green Bay. You said you had some for another sports club, or
do y'all want to do your football?
I can do my football.
Go ahead with your football.
Do your football.
Well,
your Falcons.
He was, I mean, a superstar, man. He was hot. He was the burner, Michael Turner.
The burner,
Michael Turner. Being able to
bringing him in from what, the Chargers?
The Chargers.
Right?
I mean, LT was, he was the best in the game, but Michael Turner was really, really, really good. So being able to acquire him just gave the Falcons this rushing attack that really helped provide that stability for Matt Ryan coming in as a rookie.
Needed that.
Yeah, so that's mine for sure.
I got a couple for the Titans. I'm trying to figure out. To me, it's always going to be Delaney.
Okay.
Because he was there at those hard years, turned his career around big time. He had more yards, I think, in his first 2 years of the Titans than he ever had in all 6 with the 49ers. Came in, set the tone, created this like locker room atmosphere, 4-time Pro Bowler, 4-time team captain, like stud, helped us get back to a really, really good, promising area of football built around the toughness and all that stuff, and went through some hard years, dog. Those were some brutal first couple of years of the Titans, man. And then, him, and I guess another one, Kevin Maway was another one for me that was good, but also at the same time that set the tone, him and Ben Jones were probably the 2 biggest factors for the Titans making their turnaround.
Yeah.
I know, like, they'll not be known many people outside of the South, but by God, for making us feel relevant and being awesome there for a couple of years, those 2 guys were by far my football guys.
That's solid.
All right, so to move on to, I'll go to baseball next. I think I got to go. I'll give you I'll give you 2. The first one is a little bit of a throwback. This was like my prime, like growing up, like teenage G Met fandom, when the Mets had been sort of relevant, got to the World Series in 2000, and then kind of had just sucked for a while from like 2001 to 2005, and then they finally got back to relevancy in 2006. And this guy had a bad year when he came over in 2005, but he was in his prime, signed a big contract, and had a killer 2006 when the Mets should have won the World Series. I'm talking about Carlos Beltran.
I respect it.
He was so good with the Mets.
Yeah,
he had 3 straight years with 100-plus RBIs, 41, 33, 27 home runs, 33-plus doubles each year. Like, at a time when the Mets weren't really very relevant, he helped them get back to relevancy. I mean, they brought in Beltran and Paul LaDuca and some other veterans like Cliff Floyd and Sean Green. And I know the Braves fans listening are not going to like all this Mets talk, but that was a huge thing. Brought in Pedro Martinez, Tom Glavine. Sorry, Braves fans again.
Yeah.
It was huge at that time, and Billy Wagner and all that good stuff. So that was a big one for me, bringing him in, and he was an awesome addition. Soon to be a Hall of Famer. And then they have, obviously, this past year, Juan Soto, just like able to get him. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever like had this with your teams, but like I just sort of sit back sometimes and I'm like, damn, I can't believe Juan Soto's a man.
Yeah.
Like this is
I do
just
that
so
about Luka
cool.
all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, dang, I can't believe Luka's a Laker.
Yeah.
Like this is just like unreal sometimes.
It's
Just
crazy,
to sit
bro.
back and think about this level of a player is on my favorite team. He chose to sign with my favorite team. So those are my two Mets that I would throw out there.
You want to take the Braves one?
No, I mean, I was gonna say I don't have a favorite Brave that's joined. I've had a favorite Brave that left. Yeah. So like when Freddie left, I left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like I'd rock with the Braves, but like I'm not just like, oh, that ain't me.
I think people forget that Greg Maddux was a free agent.
That's right.
Yeah, Greg
That's a
Maddux was a
pull.
free agent 126.
That's a
so
pull.
Greg Maddux, obviously, numero uno. There's a couple out there that are like fun. Josh Donaldson was a good one for 1 year. Got us to a good divisional title. And then one that was it Soler that won?
Jorge Soler.
Yeah.
He's a
won us
Los
the-
Angeles Angel now.
Yeah, poor guy.
That's a
Stuck out
shit
there.
organization.
Yeah, I mean that was fun just because of what he did in the playoffs. But yeah, Greg Maddux is numero uno.
I respect it.
I was trying to like find another one in case you got the Greg.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's always different guys. Like Andres Galarraga was a.
Oh
yeah,
big
those were-
cat.
those were
Andres
fun, dude.
Galarraga.
And those are my years that I really got to watch the Braves all the time until these stupid TV deals. Bring the Braves back to TBS, baby. Bring it back. I'll take Apple TV at this point. I don't care.
Yeah, something.
Anything.
How do you watch a Braves game right now? If you're in like not in
You
Atlanta?
have to buy FanDuel TV.
Or Uzu.tv.
There you go.
That's what I use.
There you go.
That was very
But I don't watch
that was very
Braves.
endorsement dealy.
It was. I love
Yeah.
Uzu.
Or Uzu.
Uzu.tv.
Uzi.tv. All right.
All right, let's go to basketball real quick. And the one that comes to my mind, because not a lot of people like want to come to New York, but the one that's most relevant now is Jalen Brunson, just him signing in New York. And y'all remember when we had the original Chatted Up Sports.
Yeah.
I was not happy with this deal. I thought it was way too much money for a guy who had just one good postseason, because there was another big man. I can't remember his name right now that the Knicks signed from Seattle off of a big postseason run. I can't remember his name. And he was just hot garbage. He was so bad. And I was really hoping that Jalen wouldn't be that. I didn't know exactly how good he would be, but he has far exceeded every expectation that I've had of him coming in as a free agent. Far and away. Could not be happier. One of the most impactful free agents of my Knick fandom career. Freaking Jalen.
Who's your
Jason
favorite?
Tatum.
My favorite, I mean, I was a kid, but I'm just saying Shaq whenever he got pulled from the Magic, like
That was
that's
huge.
that's game changing. I will never forget though, and it's recency bias, but whenever I found Luka wasn't a free agent, that's more so a trade. So I can't count that. But that was incredible. Texting you guys. Y'all thought I was crazy. Y'all was asleep.
Technically, what was it? Kobe was a trade too, right? On draft night?
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trade.
Toronto.
Pau Gasol was huge.
Powell.
Yeah, dude, that was so
Powell was game
I hated
changing.
on Powell so hard. I was like, oh, he's a whiner. He flops. My buddy Blaze is like a huge Laker fan. And he just sends I'd say about once or twice a year I get a meme about how Paul Gasol won the Lakers a championship because I used to just trash him. Like, this guy sucks.
Like
I
for
liked
sure.
Powell's game.
Kobe would have died without Powell.
He would have.
Yeah.
Out there. And like just looking back at it, like Powell really held him down.
He would have just been winning 38 games
Yeah.
a year
Mhm.
with
I'll give honorable
Scored
mention to
40.
Powell.
40, yeah. I was gonna say.
yeah.
We'd have all the shots.
Him and Powell like becoming best friends. Like that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a good little run. That team was nasty.
But then in the Olympics, like just him like just blowing
Just
Powell up.
ran through his
Yeah.
shit,
That was
dude.
pretty
I
dope.
love
that was
it.
a good
That was
doc.
Kobe.
That was a
I
good
love it.
doc, I thought.
Yeah, that was. I didn't watch all of it, but Jesus, Jason Tatum is
Hey,
Yeah.
cooking right
hey,
now.
he heard us.
He heard us.
He
Can
heard
you guys
us.
stop talking about him?
He heard
Please.
us. Jeez Louise. He's got
He's got 40.
39.
It hurts my soul. I have to talk about Titans and the Hawks free agency. It's not the most wonderful of worlds to talk about.
You know, like Julio Jones.
Yeah, I don't
Randy Moss,
I don't
DeAndre
have these good ones.
Hopkins.
But for me, it definitely, I guess, in my lifetime, because he at least got us to a 1 seed, Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap forever. That guy.
I respect it, dog.
That guy was so awesome. Well deserved All-Star year. One of the best two-way players that year. I mean, just had an awesome year and a half.
Dude was a bucket.
Was Joe Johnson he grew up a Hawk, or was he?
Joe Johnson came from Phoenix.
He did, right?
Yeah, he came from Phoenix.
Oh, so he was a free agent?
He was a free agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a free agent, but man, I love Joe. ISO Joe was one of my favorites. Paul Millsap got us to a 1 seed. ISO Joe kept me in mediocrity for the entire time.
But he was so smooth.
Smooth, dog.
Like, you knew it was not Joe's fault.
No.
Watching these games, you're like, bro, we got Kobe Bryant too. But
and then I grew up as a basketball guy. I'm like, oh yeah, Joe's pretty good. That's about it. Joe ain't winning your championship.
He ain't gonna win you nothing.
No.
What about Ryan Tennant?
That's a low blow, bro.
I mean, he got you to a 1 seed.
What did he do with it, though?
He quarterbacked you to the 1 seed.
He was a good
quarterbacked you to the AFC Championship game.
He did.
I mean, it was mostly Derrick Henry. Let's be honest.
But Ryan Tannehill ended Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
He did.
It's a fact. I left on that statement.
Mic drop.
Yeah. I mean, it happened. And there's another John Wick coming out. Are you kidding me?
I've never seen a John Wick.
I don't know if those movies for you, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm gonna just be real. I've never seen a John Wick. Is it like how I feel about Fast and Furious?
I freaking love the Fast and Furious.
I do too.
Okay, so, well, if you
we never agree on anything.
We don't.
Shit.
I mean, it's
I don't chase
the most.
Too.
It's
chase
the
big
yeah.
Fast and Furious guy.
It's the most violent movie that I've ever watched.
Oh, for sure. I'm a Finding Nemo type of guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know.
Yeah, but if
throw
you
a little Nemo.
see,
bro.
I can throw on a good action film. I can watch blood, guts, and gore. You know, and that'll be like my old Sunday. You know. We don't do that.
Did you see
now.
Thunderbolts? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
I watched the new Captain America on the flight though.
How was it, bro?
It was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It was solid.
It's entertaining.
It is.
It's entertaining.
That's kind of. I saw Thunderbolts, and I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but like, it was not as good as I thought it was going to be. Like, they're talking about it being like the best thing since Endgame.
Yeah,
and it kind of is, but like when you talk about and you compare it to Endgame, like I'm really hyped up about it.
Oh yeah,
and to me, it fell short of that.
But
it was good. It was good. Like I talked to my mom about it. She's a big Marvel fan. She went and saw it for Mother's Day. Like she really enjoyed it. Like the cast is great, but it's just like we're coming off of like the Avengers, like the original Avengers, and now it's just like sort of it's just different. You know,
just like bites like here.
Yeah, it's just different. Like I don't know, just the cast is different. I don't know. It was not. It wasn't my favorite.
Okay.
I would say temper your expectations about it being like this incredible movie. It was good.
I have very low expectations for Marvel right now.
I know. It's so sad. I was so hyped for Thunderbolts.
I know it's going to be pretty good. That's kind of where I'm going. I'm like,
yeah.
And I mean, to be honest, it's still hard for me to get over the Captain America thing, like the no super serum, but I thought they did a pretty good job with it in the movie. Like they're not yes, they put him up against Red Hulk if you've already seen that, but like the way they did it wasn't bad. Have you seen it yet, Joseph?
What's that? Marvel? No, I haven't. I'm kind of with Greg. Post Endgame, dude, I haven't really cared.
Well, I mean, I care, but like, I just haven't been able to get into it as much as I'd like to. I care. I'm excited about Marvel. It's just like they're trying to rebuild the Avengers again, sort of. And it's just like it's taking its time to sort of
develop.
Yeah, develop it. You know, I think it's just this development phase that I'm trying to get into. I'm always going to be a big Marvel guy, but like, it's like you said, it's kind of fallen a little flat for me the last couple movies.
I think, if I remember correctly, I feel like this week was supposed to be the next Avengers before old Kang got hit with the lawsuits. So this was right now supposed to happen to be the time for Kang the Conqueror to come out with this movie, and it was going to be awesome. What's that guy's name?
Jonathan something, I think.
Jonathan Majors.
There you go.
Oh man, Jonathan Majors got into those lawsuits. Dang, dog, he crushed. I thought that was.
He sold a bag, man. He would have been in like a bunch of major movies right now.
Yeah,
Sinners.
Yeah,
Have y'all seen it, Sinners? I haven't. I've heard great things.
I've heard that's the highest rated movie we've had in a long time.
People are
that's
like
Michael B. Jordan, right?
Yeah, that's not a movie you're gonna like either, brother.
Yeah, I figured that would be like.
Josh Allen's wife is in it though.
Nice.
No way.
She's like the she's talking some talk in there too. That's just what I heard. I haven't seen it to confirm. I will see it and I'll report back.
Yeah.
I'll report back, fellas.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am at the age now. I used to, this was not something that was ever game for me, but I would definitely go see a movie solo now.
Oh yeah.
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 I've been on that train for a little while now. I would go see. I'm a little bit older than you.
I don't like to eat by myself at a place. I don't like to go see movies by myself.
Movies is a little bit easier than going out to eat by yourself. Like if you, I'm cool with like going out and sitting like at a bar or something like that, eating. I think that's, but like sitting at like a table by myself is a little weird.
I love it.
But I like going out and sitting in a bar by myself. I could do that.
Yeah, I've done that. Where's everybody at on eating by themselves and going to see a movie by themselves? Where does that change over? I feel like in the last couple of years, I've been like, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you an eat by yourself guy?
I could do anything by myself. Dude, okay. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Independent man.
I love the peace of quiet. Like it's
yeah. I don't know what it is. It's not like a. Usually, I love my days at home by myself.
Yeah,
I love those nights.
My me time.
I love my me time. Like whenever it comes down, like if Hannah's gone on a trip, I remember like coming back. This one time we had double games. I was working all Saturday, and I was like, man, I'm gonna go to pizza. I'm gonna put on probably a movie I've seen 3 times already. I'm just gonna let it rip, dude. Yeah. Those are great nights.
I mean, like even like when Tennessee basketball was playing, I think, in UConn basketball, like just went over to your house and just picked up pizza and like just hung out on the couch in the basement before that.
We don't have to, we don't have to like say much at all to each other. It's great.
Just be there.
Mm-hmm. That's just what dudes do, and I think that's the hardest thing to like describe to women.
Yeah, like
this weekend, like it was a couples trip, and so we all had everybody going, and they're coordinating out plans, and I'm like, I was thinking in my head, I was like, what you're describing is just what dudes do without even saying it. Like they were talking about like going to the next place. Like we ate brunch. And we're like, all right, we got to go back to the hotel real quick. And then we're going to go to this next place. And it's like, then, it's like we have options to go. And they're like describing that out. And for us, it'd been like, all right, let's just go to the next stop.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure it out without ever saying it. They're like talking about figuring it out. It's like, we just don't do that. And maybe that's a huge pitfall in some areas. But when it comes to like having a good hang on a Saturday, I definitely feel like that's where the men thrive in this world, is because they're like trying to nitpick on that. You don't even say the words like, yeah, we'll just figure it out. Like we'll just play it by ear. It's like, no, we're
going here.
We'll see you at, X spot. And then you just go
next time.
Yeah.
And be done.
Yeah. Like they're scheduling it out, yeah, 12:55. We're like, no. We'll just walk there. Well, actually, we hopped on scooters.
I've never done a scooter.
Oh, bro, that was the best way to go around KC. Me and Joe were just ripping scoots, baby. Just ripping them around. Dude.
You came back scar-free as well. Yeah, so you did not eat at one time.
Still got it, boys.
Still got it.
Such an athlete.
Still got it. Now my wallet.
Oh no,
my wallet took a dose.
It's a little lighter.
$40.
Ooh, for how long?
$40, probably a total of round trip 4 or 5 miles. Not great.
That's
not great, man, for a scooter. Scooters. Yeah. I don't know. That was a big bucket right there.
I mean, huge.
Come on.
Huge.
Next.
I can't believe they did it again.
It's not done.
How much time is left?
30 something.
Joseph, you didn't put your $10 in there, did you? Yes. Attaboy. Lunch on Joseph tomorrow.
What was the I'm just curious, what was the odds?
Stop freaking jinxing it, dogs.
Game's not over.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Stop it.
Play is play, baby.
Stop it. Bro, this game is over, bro.
Stop it. Shut your mouth.
Bro, it's over.
Shut your mouth.
I could eat.
We've seen this story.
I just bought the barbecue ones. I haven't had them yet. I haven't had them yet.
Yeah, okay.
I do love the honey mustard ones. Those are so good.
All right. Wrap it. Yep.
Well, we're not going to be able to stay for the rest of the Knicks game here, but
Knicks win.
I hope that's what we're saying. Y'all got to stop. I know. I'm not touching your hand.
For sure, bro.
It's the only time in my life I've ever cheered for the Knicks.
Oh, shoot. Miggy, wrap us up.
Well, it's been a great episode of Chat It Up.
Always.
We've talked sports. We've talked non-sports. You can find us on all platforms. Like, subscribe, add, tell your mom, your dad, your cousins, nieces, nephews, aunties, uncles, sister, friends. We got a lot planned in the next 30 days.
A lot.
And Chat It Up, how we do things is we just make it happen.
Shoot from the hip sometimes.
And guess what? An aim for the stars. For Chase Green, for Greg Larnard, for Joseph Guthrie, for Garrett Tolley, as well as Malcolm Harris. It's been Chat It Up. Peace and love. See you.